Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this RTC TV4 coverage of the Caston Varsity Wrestling, hosting the Knox Redskins here at the, is this still the Comic Crater, Sam? We're inside.
And it's either the crater or the launching pad. I'm not sure which one they really call it.
Well, and you guys have just heard my co-host here tonight, former Comet wrestler himself, our very own heavyweight, Mr. Sam Duvall. Sam, welcome. Thanks for putting on the headset and joining me tonight.
I appreciate you, Blair, for having me out and seeing what I can do out here.
Well, if you can do anything on the headset like you did on the mat, we're in for a good time. Now, I think it's a foregone conclusion looking at the rosters that we know what the team result's going to be here tonight. However, individual matches are, that's the beauty of an individual team sport, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree with that. It's more, yes, it's a team sport, but you're going to get into individual matches where you're going to have it's you versus the other guy. It's not going to be you have to rely on, like in football, you got to rely on your other 10 guys, including you. Well, no, it's just you by yourself. So I think that's a big part of it, and that's what I really like about the sport of wrestling.
Absolutely. Well, I see up on the scoreboard that they say that we're starting with the 182 weight class. So we're going to have your brother, Pete Duvall. Who are we facing off
It'll
against?
be Pete Duvall versus Kaden Reisner. Pete is a second-year wrestler. He did wrestle all 3 years in junior high. He's a second-year wrestler. We might be in for a pretty good match.
All right. Well, I see the official, another former Comet, Mr. Jake Maroney.
Yes.
He is getting down into the official duds, ready to take to the mat, and ought to be getting underway here very shortly. I see that the Comets have kind of eschewed traditional singlets this season, Sam.
Yes, so they went with there was big discussion of it, even my senior year, which would have been 2 years ago, of getting the t-shirt, your two-piece t-shirt shorts. There was discussion of it. I think this year they finally pulled the trigger on it and got them. I don't think they look half bad. I always preferred the singlets, but I do like the looks of the two-piece suit.
Yeah, they look good in them. My only concern as a wrestler would be potential for a wardrobe malfunction.
So yeah, you're gonna get a lot more of that. That's why I always liked my singlet. So you got to start off with a tie-up here. Good aggressive wrestling. Knox's numbers are really inclined this year. From I think they had 8 kids last year.
Oh wow, that
Even
is.
even Caston brought their numbers up just a little bit, bringing 8 or 6 or 7 guys from 4 or 5 a couple years ago. So they're slowly bringing up their numbers. Small school, it's a little tougher to do, but yes, Knox's numbers are way up from last year. Good recovery by Pete there.
Going for some wrist locks there.
Yes, good tie-up, good inside control by both wrestlers. Most of the time, you're wanting kind of inside control with both hands. Good hand fighting. So far, I've been very impressed with the wrestling, the control of both wrestlers. It's been very nice to see.
.40 seconds left in this first period here. Both wrestlers still scoreless.
Both trying to set each other up for a shot there. That hand fighting, you gotta get your guy trying to stand up on him, or you're gonna get your guy to make a miss, make a move, make a bad decision, and that's when you can kind of get your shot in.
Right, right. You folks at home, you see, if you're not super familiar with wrestling, you can see how both wrestlers are angled in towards each other with their legs way back, and that's to prevent that takedown.
Yeah, to prevent that shot, which is the ultimate goal. Even you're trying to turn defense into offense, but you're always trying to be more of an offensive wrestler, trying to figure out how to get your points. And that will be the end of our first period.
All right, so with us going into the second period scoreless, do we start upright again, or how do we determine? Actually, I see that Pete's going to start in the top position. How does that get determined?
So what they'll do is they have a captain's meeting in between, which they'll have a captain meeting before you wrestle. Like in your football, you have your coin toss. Well, they do have a form of coin toss. It is a red and green coin. It decides. So usually your green is your home team color, red is your away team color, which makes it a you're gonna choose always. So you're always choosing the green side. So if it flips on you, that's how you decide. So one side's odds. I think green's odds, which your odds are your your 106, your 120. So in between. So your evens would be your 113, 126 and up.
Okay.
So it just flip-flops. A good reversal by Kaden there. Good fighting there. But that's how that's decided. So if Caston won the flip, then they get to decide, do I want odds or evens?
Gotcha.
And as a smaller team, you're kind of figuring out how many more of your kids are in certain spots. So if you got more kids that are odds, you're going to want to choose odds because that's how you're going to get your first choice, which is very important at the end.
Gotcha. Well, another 2 points to Knox there. Knox right now up 4-2.
Back to hand fighting here.
35 seconds in the second period.
Pete with some very good inside control. Both wrestlers just looking a little sloppier than they did in that first period, which is understandable when you get into a little bit later in the periods. I think that's a big part of wrestling is conditioning, and you will see that when you get into a later period of a match. That is a very good takedown to a
and pinfall at the buzzer.
make it a 4-minute pin right there.
I thought Pete was going to get saved by the buzzer on that one and didn't quite get there.
So now we have our forfeit at it'll be your 195 forfeit, which would have been Braden Reese. Which will put us at our 285 match, which will be Noah Hurd, first-year wrestler. He did wrestle last year for me in the junior high. He's got a lot of learning to do. And you have, I think, a senior in Cody Winkler, who I think he won conference last year. I know, as far as I know, he went to semi-state 2 years in a row.
Well, one thing, it looks like Noah is just barely into that heavyweight class.
Yeah, I think Noah.
There's definitely a size disparity here.
There's a good duck under to a knee pick right there by Cody. It's showing that experience right there to the more inexperienced Noah.
Getting that foot control.
Yes. Kind of to it run. It looks like he's trying to run a half, and he has it. Good fighting by Noah there to try to stay off his back. What Noah needs to do is roll that right arm through and roll through and slide it under Cody to get back into his belly position. Be a pinfall. 51 seconds.
All right, looks like we're running 106 now.
Yes, next should be our 106 with AJ Rebern and Harley Richie. AJ also a first year varsity wrestler. Glad to see him come out and compete.
Oh, AJ went low. He's going for a leg, but
Got the leg. He drives. Should be nothing right now as neither wrestler has had control. Now there's a 2-point takedown for Harley. AJ is a first-year wrestler. He's just learning right now. Really think that he's going to do better as time goes on. He's got a lot of heart. which is one of the key parts of this sport as well. Good job on AJ, hand fight out of there and get that escape. Kind of get him back into control. Takes a shot.
Good sprawl there by Richie.
Yes, very good sprawl. To AJ getting himself, well, we got him kind of tangled up here. Yep, nothing. Got him escape. Got nothing there. Be back into neutral.
AJ's shown a lot of heart this year. After doing 3 years of cross country through junior high, he actually went out and played football this season.
Yes, he did. I was very, very glad to see him out there trying to get more involved in different sports. Harley there with a double leg takedown. Turns it into a pinfall, which will bring up our 126 wrestlers.
So we've got Quinlan Kelly for the Comets.
And you have Matt Belinsky for Knox.
Of course, Quinlan, a new Comet this year, transfer in. So I know he had a lot of heart on the football field. We did have a forfeit in there.
Yeah, it should have been probably the 120 class maybe. That was the 113 class there, that first group. I'm not sure exactly who that was, and that would have been our 120.
I honestly don't see a 113 on the Knox
Yeah,
roster.
the roster we got doesn't have a 113, but it could have been one of them 120s. Could have been dropping down, wrestle 113 today. Or it could have been, I guess it could have been Thomas McGowan, their other 106. That could have wrestled at 101.
Yeah, wrestled up and taken the forfeit.
Yeah. Very, very aggressive start right here. Both wrestlers going at each other. That was a very good takedown there by Quinlan.
Trying to get that arm control. He's got, I thought he had a foot locked up with his own foot. He probably needs to wrap up and take that foot control, working on that wrist control there.
Looks like he's trying to get it kind of sucking that wrist under, maybe to set up for a wing. There's a head and arm. Trying to get him broke down, try to run more moves on him. First key part is getting him broke down so that way you can set up your pinning combinations.
Going through, there's that ankle. Taken away.
Setting himself up for a cradle there. Good. Got the hands locked tight.
Now, cradle looks like it can be kind of dangerous because with enough leverage reversal, the pinnee can become the pinner.
Yes, you do have to have good control there on that cradle before you. And that time again, and Coach Evans is a big fan of making sure you get that other arm in there and then locking it up tight, which is going to give you more control on that wrestler you're wrestling against. Very good job there by Matt to get himself out of that 2 times in a row. There Quinlan goes, trying to stack him up.
20 seconds left in the period. Quinlan up 6-0 on points right now.
Good start. Quinlan trying to get back to that head and arm, put his face back in the mat, and maybe run another move.
Belinsky looking awful tired there.
Yes. Oh, yeah, both wrestlers. Good job by Belinsky there, fighting off those arms right there. Get himself out of the period. Comets had first choice, and they deferred it away to Knox, which Knox is Belinsky, which he chose neutral. So they'll both start off back in your feet there. Good control by Quinlan there to keep himself from going over on
Yeah, it looked like he was going tail over tea kettle, but he managed to keep control of that.
Good job by Quinlan there to turn his opponent. Getting a little bit too high. Yep. So right there, they called. You're not allowed to. You used to be able to scissor your legs together to get more control, um, but it also made it a lot tighter. Would have cut off circulation and stuff on some kids. So they made that. They outlawed that. It might have been this last year. Fairly recently, they outlawed that move, which is probably a good thing. They're trying to make the sport as safe as they can. There goes Quinlan again, trying to stack up his opponent. Now he's setting himself up for a good power half. Good job by Matt there to get himself in right to a cradle.
Rolled out of it. That was a nice escape.
Wow. Rolled out.
Good bridge.
Good, yeah, very, very good bridge there. And again, Quinlan trying to set himself. There it is.
And with that pinfall, that was very athletic wrestling right there.
Yes, that was a very, very good control there by Quinlan. I'm very, very happy to see that.
All right, next up, we've got our 145 class with Chase Angot facing off. Who's there? 45.
Big Gunner. Oh. Hey. Big Gunner Kraus be who
Okay.
Chase going off against. Gunner also, I think, a senior. He has been wrestling for a long, long time. I think, again, another conference champion you had from last year.
So we had a couple forfeits there on the 32 and 38 weight classes.
Yes. That's the worst part about having a small team is you're going to go through a lot of forfeits trying to get to your matches and stuff. And I think if Caston had a full team, it would also help them out, just having bodies sometimes.
Absolutely.
So we started off here with Chase and Gunner.
Couple of lockups.
Chase is I think a sophomore this year. He's wrestled wrestled last year, and I think he wrestled late in junior high. He's got some learning to do, like most younger kids. He's got the body and the athleticism for it. I think he just needs to perfect the moves and kind of get more comfortable with himself.
Absolutely. I can tell you, because he's a sprinter during track season, the athleticism is absolutely there.
Good ball and chain there by Gunner. Good ball and chain.
But yeah, the experience difference between these two wrestlers is showing right now.
Oh yeah, it definitely shows, and I think over time Chase is going to get there. He's just got time that he needs to learn how to learn to kind of sculpture his moves, sculpture his wrestling here to kind of get more comfortable. There goes Gunner, Gunner trying to turn Chase there on a half, it looks like. Good work by Chase by trying to stay off his back there. That is a very uncomfortable situation he is set in right now. Oh, it is a wing is what he's got him set up in there. Yeah, that is not a very comfortable position to be set up in. Gunner definitely showing off the experience he has there. Now,
A lot of torque through that spine.
Yes, a ton of torque. Very, very good job by Chase of staying off his back there. Gunner's definitely showing off the experience he has.
Yeah, that was 3 points for a near fall. Is that what that was?
Be a 3-point near fall there.
So after one, the score is 8-0 in favor of Gunner Kraus.
And Knox had first choice there. Gunner had first choice there, and he chose down. Preferably, most of the time you want to get down so that you can get that point from an escape or your 2 point from reversal right there. Very, very good. Very good job there by Gunner of getting himself out of it. Now it looks like he's trying to work maybe another ball and chain here. Trying to set Chase up to get, setting Chase up, pull him back into the mat to more work his moves, which is very, very disciplined, very good mat awareness there by Gunner. There's an arm bundle. Also another one of those moves that just doesn't feel very good.
Nice bridge attempt there by Chase. Unfortunately, as his feet slid out from under him, he did get pinned.
Yes, like I said, Gunner, very, very good wrestler. I would be shocked if he doesn't repeat as a conference champ this year.
Now the 152 weight class where we have Levi Martin
versus Trey McGowan. Levi had a very, very good Saturday this past weekend, going 5-0, which is something that hasn't been done in a little while at Caston. He is this 5-0 there at Winnemac. Very, very good there by knee pick by Levi, and very good recovery by Trey to get himself out of it and get himself a takedown. Looks like he's trying to set him up, maybe.
Got that ankle. Nice prop out there by Martin.
Yes, very, very good job by Levi of keeping himself under control there, and good escape.
Shoots
very,
in.
very ugly looking shot there, though. Needs to get his head to his side, climb to a leg. Needs to get, yep, there he goes. Good decision by Levi to swap to that one leg he's got his head on. Good job by Trey of picking up that ankle, keeping himself from getting taken out there. That was very, very good wrestling right there. But yeah, that was a sloppy shot by Levi. Needs to set him up a little bit more there too. There it is right there. Now the only thing he did wrong there was not put a head to his side. If he put his head to his side, he probably would have got himself a takedown there. Now he's at risk of getting turned. Be your 2-point takedown there for Trey. Putting Levi in a very bad position right now. Very good job by Trey there, keeping himself.
Good roll by
yes.
Levi, and then getting it out of bounds.
Yeah, got him out of bounds, which will not give him an escape. But that was or a reversal. But that was a very good job of Levi of bridging out of it and getting himself out of danger there. But that puts him in a 7-1 hole, which you never really want to be down. But you don't want to be down by this. If you're going to be down, this is kind of the time to be down early, because you're gonna tire out. It's gonna be who's got more experience, who's got more heart here.
Yeah. Another 1-point escape there for Levi.
Yep. Now Levi got on top of him. Now Levi's gonna set up. Kind of has a headlock there. Good job by Levi on a takedown. Setting himself up. There it is, that headlock. He needs to get himself under control and on his toes. Very, very good job by Levi Martin there. Turned himself over.
McGowan losing that headgear. I wasn't sure if they'd stop the match for that or not.
And most of the time when you get in that pinning combination, unless it's going to cause danger, they usually won't stop that.
So if there would have been an escape there and they would have been back upright, he would have stopped the match.
He would have stopped that match. Even I think if Trey would have turned over and got himself back into a more better position for himself, he would have been okay there. And there goes our 160 forfeit. Or no. Yes, would have been a 160 forfeit. Now we have Dylan Gearhart and Aiden
Sebo?
I guess Aiden Sibo or Aiden Sebo.
Gearhart, senior wrestler here for Caston.
Gearhart's been doing it for a long time. Gearhart's been there. I think he wrestled as long as you can in junior high, which would have been 6th grade. Gearhart did a very good job. He was wrestling 195 last year and cut himself down 15 pounds, 20 pounds to get himself to 170, which is a very, very good job.
A big part of that, I think, is the summer weights program that the Comets ran this year.
Yes, I was very impressed by seeing more athletes in there. Dylan got himself a takedown, kind of got himself there in a little bit of trouble, but good job there by Aiden of getting it reversed around. Now Aiden's more set in control, trying to run that cow catcher. And Dylan with a big reversal. That's just kind of strength right there, a little bit more experience. A little sloppy move by Aiden, and Dylan's kind of setting him up for it. Dylan should have had himself a reversal. He's a little higher than I'd like to see. Maybe trying to set it up for more of a bundle. He's going to try a mat return. Good job of climbing on that leg, but he got himself turned over, and he might be stuck. Yep. Good job by Aiden on having good control there and getting Dylan turned.
Just one little mistake can turn the tide of a match
it's
so
crazy
fast.
What that is. And I think that might have been our last one of the day.
I would
I'm not sure if Knox is going to have a couple of their own kids wrestle each other.
Maybe some exhibition here.
We might get some exhibition going. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see more wrestling for a few of these comments. I think it'd be real good for these kids, or even a few of these Knox kids. The more you can practice with them all you want, but if you get stuck with someone else, someone different, I think that's a big part of it too. You're going to feel a lot more happy, a lot more comfortable with yourself if you're wrestling all the time. If you're wrestling someone else, not someone you've wrestled 6 or 7 times a day.
Absolutely. So I see AJ Rebern coming back out here against, I'm going to guess this is Thomas McGowan.
I'd guess that. Like I said, AJ again, first year wrestling. Glad to see him out here. I think he's doing a very, very, he's learning. I think that's a big thing. Good job on Coach Evans of getting him out here. Also thanks to Coach McGowan here of getting one of his boys out here and getting some more experience for these guys, because that's a big part of it. Good shot by AJ there.
Trying to wrap up that leg. Got the takedown.
AJ needs to break him down here. He's got a chance to roll him off.
Oh, good roll there by McGowan.
Yeah, good job on getting out of there by McGowan. AJ's kind of too far to.
Ooh, dangerous move there,
Yes.
putting your back to an opponent because they can quickly hook you and cradle you.
Now AJ trying to set him up for that bundle. Looking really good right now. He needs to set himself on the wrong. AJ again getting a little bit too high. Now mat return. Good job by AJ on the mat return. Now he's got Thomas here. Now he needs to jump sides.
Here, Coach Evans down there yelling, "Jump sides, jump
he's
sides!"
Getting himself in a little bit of danger there.
I have seen matches in years past where a wrestler gets to that point and their opponent just somersaults.
Yes. You got a very, very athletic group, very flexible, very athletic group. Good job there.
Just
by
like
Thomas.
that.
Yep. Good job by Thomas there again, getting him to roll. Very, very good job. I think that was a good job by AJ. It's a first year for AJ. He's learning. That's one of those things that he's going to learn from, not to sit so high.
And putting his back, and I understand the thought process.
Yeah.
When you put your back to something, you can push into it harder, but they can quickly counter that momentum and put you in a position like that.
I'm happy to try to see coaches here getting along here to try to set up more matches. I really like seeing that sort of stuff. Now we're going to get another heavyweight wrestling, which I love to see. I love to see the big boys wrestling. Wrestling as a big guy myself, I love seeing it. Some people say it's a boring thing to watch, and it is. It's a very particular, very, very.
There's a lot of raw strength.
Yes, it might look like there ain't nothing going on, but oh boy, that whole first period where you're locked up with that other guy, there's a lot of raw strength going against each other. That's a big thing in this weight class. You're going to get a lot of strong, big boys that are just raw strength. Now, you do get occasional raw strength, then you're going to get a very athletic kid. And those are the kids that usually do a very, very good job.
There was it Judson? I don't remember. A couple years ago, it might have been your junior year, there was a wrestler from another school in the heavyweight class. I think he actually weighed in at like 240 or 260, and he was chiseled. You remember who I'm talking about?
Yeah, you're talking about, I assume you're talking about LaVille's heavyweight, which would have been, what was his name?
As soon as you say his name, I'm gonna be
Adam Cartwright.
Yeah, Cartwright.
Adam Cartwright.
He was a
beast. Or was it Alex or Adam Cartwright?
I think it was Alex. I remember commentating that.
And yes, that kid, he was every bit of 285.
Was he?
But he was built like a truck. I remember wrestling him. That was a strong kid. He ended up being a state runner-up, actually.
I seem to, and not to rub any salt in anyone's, I seem to recall him picking you bodily off the mat for the takedown. He was
a very, very strong individual.
It was a sight to behold. I want to say that might have been at the Super 6 a couple years ago, and I think Gavin was commentating with me.
Yeah, probably.
And
would have been right around that time.
And we were both amazed by that.
Yes, Alex. It was Alex. Now that you say that, it was Alex Cartwright. He was a very strong individual, very athletic individual. That it showed on the mat, and him going to he went to state and was state runner-up to now a Purdue heavyweight wrestler in Dorian Keys.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got Chase back out here.
Yeah. Well, now we have Chase Angett versus. I'm going to guess. There's a whole host of them. That's the worst part, and it could be. What was Chase? Chase is a 152, correct?
That sounds right.
So you're either
no, Levi's are 152. Chase is wrestling.
Is Chase
145.
So I'm going to guess it's one of their Knox's 138s that he's wrestling, either Caston or Hayden. Or you could get Nolan out of it, but I'm sure that it's just a good job by coaches. Like I said before, it's a good job by coaches at getting kids matches and stuff. You're learning a lot. Even if you're wrestling someone lighter than you, you're going to be learning a lot from wrestling kids, and I think that's a big part of it. And I'm really happy to see that both coaches are getting along here enough that we're gonna put as many matches against each other as possible. There's no point in coming to a duel and only wrestling one or two times, or only wrestling one time when you have the numbers to wrestle two.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I think that this is better for the Comets. I mean, yeah, the Knox wrestlers who wouldn't have wrestled are getting a match in, but the Comets are getting multiple matches.
Yes, the Comets are going to get multiple matches, which, they're going to learn from it. Chase is going to be learning from this match. He's going to be thinking, even that match before, but this is going to be a match where he's going to be learning from. It's not Knox's best kid. It's not their best wrestler, but you're going to get a kid that is probably fairly close to your size, fairly close to your athleticism, fairly close to your skill, and I think that's a big part of it. And that was a very, very good takedown there by Knox's wrestler there.
Given that we are into exhibition, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, final team scores, we had Knox at 60 and Caston at 12. Which once again we knew with the offset and the number of forfeits that Knox was going to get that we'd be looking at a really heavily skewed meet towards Knox.
Yes, that was a very, very good wing there to run it around and turn Chase over. Now Chase needs to fight himself out of it.
Got pinned before he could get himself worked out of bounds. That was where he was working on.
Did a good job of getting himself out. He just needs to keep himself more or less off his back more than he is. Now we got
I thought I heard him say 160.
Both coaches trying to get a few more wrestling matches again, which I love. I love seeing more matches. The Knox kids are learning. It's good for the Knox kids where they weren't going to get to wrestle today, so now you got coach putting them up against each other where now they're going to wrestle each other. I love seeing that. I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see that kids that didn't get to wrestle, now they're going to get their match. And Caston kids who are learning from this and getting more wrestling, which is always important, which is always the most fun part. Now you have Caston's 152 and Levi Martin versus, I think they said, Knox's 160, which would be Gage Morris, Lucas Porter, Eric Cello. And good job by the Knox. Good job there.
Good reversal. Levi Martin fighting his way.
Keeping himself off his back pretty well. Now he just re-rolls. Yep. That's always been something I've seen from Levi. He's always been good at re-rolling it. You'll have, 2, 4. Levi had his 2-point takedown, then a 2-point reversal, which would have got him 4, and I think they gave the Knox kid a 2-point for near fall. Now you have a very good job by Levi getting a front cradle. Needs to settle, and there it goes again. Levi just not settled up there, and it showed right there, and now it's in pretty deep. Good job by Levi staying off his back. Needs to keep running his way, getting his leg over. Needs to keep running it.
Good bridge.
Now he's kind of set it in deeper there. Needs to come this way and get his arm rolled under to get himself out. There it is.
And there's that pin. There just gets a point where you get tired trying to bridge out.
Yeah, that's a very tough situation to be in.
Oh, and it looks like maybe there was a lot of weight on his neck.
I'm sure.
I saw him kind of retching there.
Yeah, that's not a comfortable position to be set up in there right there.
He looks a little worse for wear after that one.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things. It was just roll and roll and roll, and that takes a lot out of you doing that. Levi so far has had a very, very good season. I think he is either 7-1, not including this match, or 8-0 on the season. He's had a very, very good start to the season. I hope that doesn't discourage him. It shouldn't. I wouldn't think it would. He's got a pretty good head on his shoulder, and he's learning quite a bit.
And anytime you wrestle up, you know that it's more effort.
Yeah, it's all about the effort right there. You're going to wrestle a kid that was a very good job by the Knox kid of being able to roll. And for the most part, Levi did a very good job of rolling. But there's eventually a time where you're going to get stuck. You don't want to be on your back all day. And
yeah,
I think from that, he's going to learn a little bit from right there that needs to keep himself under control when he's on top. That was a big issue. He needs to keep his hips back farther there. And that wouldn't have been rolled. He wouldn't have been rolled.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have another match between, I think.
We got Quinlan Kelly coming out. Of course,
and
he's our 126.
Yeah, and he's either wrestling Jaden Scott or Aiden Marsh. So I think this is Aiden, but I'm not sure. He's going to be Aiden for me. That way it's not Knox kid. So if I got his name wrong and if there's any Knox fans watching,
we beg forgiveness.
Yes, we were begging for your forgiveness. But again, happy to see that. I think every Caston wrestler's gotten 2 matches tonight. Everyone but Pete has gotten 2 matches so far, and I'm sure that they're going to work themselves in there. Good knee pick by Quinlan. Good sprawl by Aiden. I'm going to say Aiden. It might not be. And that's his 2-point takedown. Now he needs to suck that back, getting a little bit higher than I'd like to see. Good job there by Aiden of holding it. That was a bad decision to reach back. Don't ever reach back when you're wrestling. That's usually how you get yourself stuck. Good job, Quinlan there, sucking that arm under. Trying to set him up for trying to stack him. Nope, might be trying to set him up for a cradle. I'm not exactly so sure.
Yeah, well, judging by that first match, I think Quinlan really loves running a cradle.
I think Quinlan feels pretty comfortable in that cradle. It's a good move for him. Good move for that weight class. Good job on the head and arm.
Are you saying that a cradle might not be the best move at the 285 weight class?
Well, it's one of those things that it's more meant for your lighter weight classes. It's hard to, and we saw Noah get put in a cradle, but it's hard to get a big guy setting up in a cradle. Now Quinlan has himself a leg, maybe trying for he is trying for, I always call it a crucifix. I'm not sure what everyone else calls it, but it's basically he's going to pull his body across. Now it might be. Good job there by Knox. I said earlier you don't want to reach that back, but on anything where they got their legs, you're going to reach back and drop your hip there to get him off your leg and get him more off balance so you can get your leg out.
You know, it's only a 2-point differential, but this first period absolutely belonged to Quinlan.
Oh yeah, Quinlan dominated this period.
And our Knox wrestler down here, Aiden or whomever it is, he's got to be tired after that 2 minutes.
Yeah, you're trying to get yourself back up, and there's after a couple times, even after that first time, it's more demoralizing than anything. Yeah, you're gonna get tired, but it's a very demoralizing thing to be down. And it looks like Quinlan chose. Looks like Knox Aiden. I'm gonna say Aiden. Looks like Aiden had first choice there, and he decided to defer it away to give Quinlan his choice, which was he wanted to choose neutral.
Imagine he's wanting that takedown, a couple extra more points.
Yes. Good
sprawl there.
Good sprawl there, and Aiden trying to set him up for maybe. Oh, looked like maybe he's trying to set him up for a cow catcher. Now you have Quinlan, who is in the driver's seat right now. Yep, got him sucked. Got that half sunk, I'm going to guess, fairly deep. Needs to get that leg, needs to get his leg back and kind of settle over, and there it is. You get too high and it's going to re-roll you, and I think that's what the issue here is. He got himself re-rolled, and now he's in a lot of trouble. Good job on Quinlan of getting himself out of there.
Nice kick out, yeah.
That will give a 2-point reversal to Aiden, and I'm going to guess he's going to get near fall. Yep.
3-point near fall
on that. Now Quinlan gets himself out,
which does give Knox the point advantage. Oh, and that 2-point.
Now it's back to that. Now he got himself reversal and a pinfall. Good job by Quinlan there of not giving up and getting himself rolled around and getting himself back into the driver's seat.
Hard-fought match there.
That was a good match. Good match to see, which is always a lot of fun to watch. Now I'm sure they're going to try to get a 182 match between Pete and. What we got here? You're going to have a Knox head-to-head maybe. A couple lighter weights.
There's Pete coming down.
So you got your 182s. They are more. This is a very, very close, bodily matched group. You got Pete and I'm gonna say Hayden because I think I heard the word Hayden. So
we'll go with it.
That's what we're gonna go with. These headsets and everything. I think I heard Hayden. So we're gonna go with it's Hayden versus Pete here.
Well, I just realized that Knox has some wrestlers who preferred singlets and some of them who are in the two-piece.
Yes, and Caston could do that if they had their. See, Knox is getting away with it because their singlets and their
two-pieces
match. And Caston's issue is everything has to match.
So they would have to have singlets that had gray shorts or gray.
Yes. Yeah, your gray. You'd have to have singlets with a gray bottom and.
Which with the dye sublimation they could do that, but it's extra cost. And I'm gonna guess that the guys probably just none of them wanted a singlet.
It could be. I know at the Winamax Super 6 they did have singlets on. I think it's more of a team choice of what they're going to wear, more of a captain's choice what they're wearing. These might just be their home blues. I'm going to call them the home blues that they might be deciding to wear.
Could well be. Good lockup here.
Yes, very, very good inside control there by Pete. Trying to pressure that head down, I'm sure, to get on top of him. Good by Pete. He lost it. Now he's kind of set. Needs to get his head out, get his head off of. Good duck under to us. Ooh. Good job by Hayden again to get himself out. Now Pete with a good drive, good control, good takedown there by Pete.
Working those legs, trying to get his
now he's trying to climb it to a half. Looks like he's got himself set up pretty good. He's got her sunk pretty deep. Needs to get more to the side there, kind of get more of a parallel instead of perpendicular. Or no, perpendicular to parallel.
Still got the pin out of it, though. Good job on Pete capitalizing and attempting to help his opponent up, but
that was another good job of both coaches of getting as many kids out there as possible. I'm happy to see that, and we might get to see couple more matches maybe. I'm not sure what we're doing, but I'm sure we're gonna get at least 1 or 2 matches. I think we are going to get a couple matches. I'm not sure who we're going to have wrestle from Caston. Looks like maybe Dylan Gearhart.
I thought I heard him say Nolan, but the Nolan I'm seeing is a 138. That seems
maybe Noah Bolin. Noah Bolin, which would be at 170.
That would make sense. I didn't.
That would make sense to me.
Yeah, I guess that coach did yell Bolin.
Is this Dylan's second or third time he's wrestled?
I think this is just his second.
I can't remember. I'm happy. Again, happy to see both coaches getting as many kids out there as possible. And Dylan showing off the experience there. Very good job of getting around his opponent and taking him down.
got that ankle control.
Trying to maybe set him up for a bundle. Needs to break him down first. Reaches back. Dylan with a far knee, far ankle to break him down, which will put Dylan kind of more in the driver's seat here. Now, if it was me, I'd be trying to run for a half right there, and I'm real happy to see Dylan try to run a half. Now, as you saw a little bit, he had his hand over his opponent's head, dropped it under, and picked it up, which would be a reverse half. Very good job by Dylan, just being a knowledgeable wrestler and getting himself in good position.
Yeah. Accomplished that in 40 seconds. Well done.
I think that will finish our duel here. In total, Knox won 60-12. But we saw some very good exhibition, very good wrestling tonight. I'm very happy to see it.
Absolutely. Well, as far as broadcast for the week, of course, with some web service issues we had, which is why you're watching this as a replay and didn't have an opportunity to watch it live. I'm not sure when this will be uploaded, but Thursday evening we will be broadcasting the Lady Comets home game. And then Saturday morning, we have the big Wrestling Super 6. We'll have 3 mats going in here. Lots and lots of wrestling action all morning long. That kicks off at, I believe it's 9 a.m.?
I think it's 9 a.m., yep, correct.
So if you're wanting some more wrestling action, tune in rtctv4.com at 9 a.m. Hoping, of course, that we're able to go live.
Yes.
And then Saturday evening, we will have Caston Commons basketball action here at home. So
sounds like a busy week.
Yeah, busy week. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for taking time to watch this broadcast. Until next time, I'm Blair Zimmerman for Sam Duvall, and this is RTC TV4.